You rocking with your boy, all rights reserved. Let's talk about this. Your favorite rapper's time, your favorite movie star's time, your favorite entrepreneur's time, your favorite mogul's time, your favorite billionaire's time, your favorite millionaire's time. Let's talk about this. Let's get into it. Number one, I will get in depth about what it is that I was thinking regarding Riva Motorsports. But before we do that, did anyone see Chris Brown get an apology? Did anyone see Eve apologize to Chris Brown? Did anyone see the victim come out and admit that it was not true? What did I say? What did I say? After he got his master's, what happened? You see, and this is a normalized thing. Yes, we can't always take what the victim says is true, but we can't use liars like this to dictate whether or not someone else is telling the truth. Look at the scenario. Look at how it's said. They end up getting into the situation. They leave. When they leave, they don't immediately talk about it. Now, why am I saying that? And you've read it. You can read it. I'm saying that to say this. Being that this victimizing this situation, most times the victim doesn't even come out and say anything. We've seen this in the stories that we talked about on my live stream. The victims don't come out and say anything. There was 2 victims that we talked about that went to authorities, but then next they were seen hanging out with the person. Is blackmail and leverage the power of the game? Is this what's used to power individuals who are potentially abusers? Is this what's used? Now think of things this way, and I'm using this to go into what I'm trying to say. So let's look at our investigation. Look at how many women that were involved and how many women are playing it quiet. Now we could say, oh, that's how the game's played, but they're not really doing it like that. Let's be real. Some of them have careers, even if you're a dancer. So you're supposed to play quiet once you get violated. How many people, how many men do you know would get violated, then play it quiet? Would they not want revenge? What would take away the absence of revenge? What would take away the absence of revenge? Well, here's where I'm thinking. Now get my thinking. The absence of revenge by people. See, there were certain people around the situation that were rushing there to his aid, but he didn't really hang out with. Why would they be rushing there if he didn't hang out with them? Why would he be? So was there a situation where a broken heart led to the cold, malicious nature of how people addressed hearing he was deceased? Did that play? Were they jealous at some point that I liked your friend and I didn't like you? That I was around you but I really wouldn't rock with you? Was someone jealous? This is important. Guys, this is important. Was there some type of leverage where they said, look, I don't rock with you, but I'm going to show up anyway just to be with the crowd? Who was there just to blend in with the crowd? Who told lies instead of telling the truth on what was happening? Who was really not about it? Who was really not about it? Who was just there to be there because they seen everyone else and really didn't care at all? Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Let's think about this. Who was it? Who were the first people jumping up saying they knew things? But now, when TheCzarr steps on the scene, and I really start digging into what you're saying, you get quiet. You don't want to say nothing. Literally, you just don't want to say nothing. Literally block me. You block me on everything. That's what the question is. This is a perspective that can't be argued. You acted totally different when I stepped up and I made you stand on the words you used on social media, because you had people sucking up to you, wanting the information like you knew it all. But then I actually challenged it and you couldn't say nothing. Why? Why play that game? Then you hop on here slandering me, saying weird stuff like old man. But I didn't call you fat, crusty whale girl. I didn't go in on you. I didn't call you chunky monkey girl. I didn't call you that. I didn't call you bloated girl. I didn't disrespect you. And I still stayed respectful because I understood it. But you want to know what that showed me? That showed me that you got a little temper tantrum when things don't go your way. And look, I just spoke about the situation. Imagine someone really coming at you. How would you react to that? Are these people playing victim? Think about this. Who's playing the victim? Who's playing victim? Who's playing victim and they're not really a victim here? Who's faking their tears and they're not shedding them rightfully so? That is why the Czar has backed off a lot of different situations, and I leaned back and was looking at who's playing victim. Because someone's playing victim. Someone's playing victim. And I have my thoughts, but I'd rather you be woman enough to stand up and really admit it. Quote unquote, oh, we love that day. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? I'm gonna let it be. Who said that? Who said that? Shout to the birth of your new son, Tentacion X. But we gonna get at him. Who said that? Who said that? Who was saying that? Who was playing victim and really, really was happy? Who was smiling? Who was smiling? Who was smiling about it? Who was just like, we loved? Who's we? Because one of the dudes that tried to put my name in his mouth, holding up the pink bag, he was allegedly there too, wasn't he? You holding up a bag, what you do for a living, bruh? What you do for a living? What do you do? What do you do for work? Now, I don't want to think about it with that bag you held up, but what do you really do? Saying you're affiliated with people, different things. Get out of here. Get out of here. I already know where you fit. I already know where you fit. That's why I told you to get out of here like I did. I see your position. And it ain't nothing to do with me. You can rock with me if you want. I don't care, my dude. You do what you do. I do what I do. Who was playing victim? Who was really upset? Who was really upset? Where'd all the money go? How did we see investigators come out with all the cash? Do they have it in for evidence? Do y'all have it in for evidence? I don't think y'all do. Matter of fact, the clothes that you got, why do you keep pushing the case back? Why do you keep pushing it back? Would that be dealing with a bill of information? Because the information you're receiving is very questionable. Well, how about you run up in Riva Motorsports and take all the video? Are you that dumb? Are you that dumb? Think about this. Why would a business allegedly plead the fifth? If an instance went down right now and something bad happened in the store, why would the business itself plead the fifth without giving all the video and information needed to bring some type of consequence to perpetrators? Think about that. Who's playing the victim? That's what I'm asking you. Think about that. This is the question you ask yourself when you're looking at everything. Who's playing the victim? See, TheCzarr has been asking himself since the beginning of this. That's how I've seen the ins and outs, the many trip-ups, the many slip-ups of being able to question people. Even if I didn't say nothing to you or mention you, I've already seen you. And just because I didn't mention you doesn't mean I don't know something's funny. I choose and pick what I mention at the time when I find something else to connect it. See, I knew about the funny style stuff since the beginning. People I mentioned, the live stream. Remember, in the live stream, now, they both can vouch. Never told them what I was going to ask them. Didn't even give them a probable topic of what I'm asking them. I hit live, and that's when you get it. The listener will not be denied. I did not ask any questions behind the scenes, and I memorized every question. That's how nasty I am with it. So it's time to stop playing with TheCzarr. It's time for you to stop playing with me. I does this. I does this. Don't play yourself. I does this. And I didn't even, you know what? I probably asked them over, let's say 150 to 200 questions throughout a 6 to 7 hour live stream footage. I asked them about 200 questions probably. Maybe. I don't have it all. I asked them a lot. And I still didn't ask them certain questions I wanted to ask out of respect. Because I watch them. And I knew respectfully what not to ask. I knew that. But I still had like 100 and something more questions. That's how nasty I am. So before you think you got a leg up, oh, he doesn't know. Before you think you're getting around something, oh, he's not getting it. I know. I know. And I want you to think that. Remember what I told you from the jump? You do what I want you to do. You always will. That's how you dictate and control the information. That's how you work a case. That's how you do it. And they still don't know how to do it. It's the psychology, the psyche. You're going to end up doing what I want you to do. And again, there's a situation where someone's doing what I want them to do. I just need to pick the motive of why they're doing it at this time. You see what I'm saying? I thought you'd do it earlier, but you're doing it at this time. But that's okay. I'm watching. I'm watching you. You know how I rock. Oh my God. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.